Hi, my name is Amy, and this is my partner Louie, and together we're Pure Tantra. So one of the secrets that we've found with Tantra is that it's given us so much passion in our relationship, in all areas of our relationship. And some of the things that make it really thrive are the way that we communicate, the way that we can be open and honest with each other, the way that we can express ourselves from the heart, the way that we can ask for what we really need and have the other person tune in and actually listen to that. And so we want to offer you something at the very end of this talk that we're going to do, brief talk. Several questions that you could try in your relationship at the end of the day to make a deeper connection with your partner and get that passion firing up again. Being able to create a safe space for people to open up to more of who they are is part of the joy of what we're trying to accomplish together. So whether it's doing intimacy coaching with singles or couples, whether it's leading workshop sessions, or day or weekend long events, you know, we enjoy it all. We enjoy it all.
Yeah. You know when you see somebody and you have that feeling and you got goosebumps all over yourself? Right? Imagine having that every time.
All the time.
It's
magical.
It's sweet. And that's what we want to do, or that's what we have, and that's what we want to help
you have as well. One of the things in coming to Tantra that was very important for me was to be able to practice sacred sexuality with a partner and to find somebody who was interested in exploring that with me. And I guess it comes from looking around today and seeing the lack of connection that a lot of people have, whether it's with themselves, their families, their partners, and the lack of intimacy, maybe the fear of intimacy for a lot of people. And what Tantra has helped me to discover and me to find in my relationship with Lou is the ability to connect the divine masculine and feminine first within myself, to develop a connection awareness internally and a self-love and an empowering aspect. And through that, I'm able to share that with my partner. And so it's made everything incredible. The sex is incredible. Communicating is easy and effortless. It's a real partnership. And I feel listened to, I feel understood. I feel that he gets me in all of my aspects.
And a real cool thing is I feel understood. I feel listened to. I feel respected. It's a wonderful balance. It's a wonderful, it's a gift. That's what we have, a gift. That's what we've been given. And that's what we want to teach. That's what we want to help people understand.
We want you to have what we have. We want you to have that loving connection. We want you to have that partnership. We want you to find the joy and the happiness and the goosebumps.
The goosebumps. It's
the magic, the sweet, the sexy. There's so much potential in the human body for pleasure. There's so much potential for connecting with everybody out there, whether it's friends, whether it's family, whether it's with yourself. So when I initially discovered SkyDancing Tantra through the Institute of Ecstatic Living on the internet, I remember telling Louie about it, and he had rather a funny reaction.
I was ecstatic. Later I found out it had nothing to do with skydiving, but I was equally interested.
Especially in the multi-orgasms and full body orgasms.
Yeah, that part kind of
that hooked him.
Swayed my interest.
That hooked him.
Back.
Although, you know, it's about so much more than just the sex. A lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about Tantra, which is why I want to talk a little bit about SkyDancing Tantra and what it is. So one of the things I love about it is a series of body-based practices. The lineage was actually founded by Margot Anand, and it's a series of body-based practices that are really inclusive of all genders, all religions, all nationalities. Anybody can practice Tantra, which is one of the things that makes it so great. You can be Catholic, you can be Buddhist, you can be pagan.
Not a religion.
You can be transgendered. It has nothing to do with it, because it's all about developing self-awareness and connection, working with your own energy, and then learning to work with it outside of your body as well. So in SkyDancing Tantra, when Margot created it, she traveled around the world. Her background was in psychology, and she traveled around the world exploring shamanism and the occult and mysticism and all sorts of Eastern religions. And she brought together things like Gestalt, transpersonal psychology, metaphysics. She brought all of these things together to create SkyDancing Tantra, specifically so that it would be accessible for Western culture. One of the things about North Americans in particular is we're very trapped up in our mental state. We're trapped in our minds. You hear it all the time. People who wake up in the middle of the night, they can't get back to sleep because they're thinking about all the things they have to do tomorrow. They're worrying. They've got a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, and they have a hard time letting that go. So SkyDancing Tantra, a lot of these practices are about getting back into the body, back into feeling pleasure, back into feeling with awareness, moving the energy internally. And then, whether you're working by yourself or working with a partner, deepening your sense of self and that connection with others. Skydancing is wonderful. So earlier at the beginning of the segment, we shared that there was a practice that we thought would help people in relationships deepen their connection and communication with each other. We really want to share those questions with you now. So the first question that you're going to ask your partner, and then in turn have your partner ask you, is, when did you feel loved today? And the second question is, when did you feel lonely today? And the third question is, what did you learn about me today? By taking the time to ask those three simple questions and really listen to the answers, you're going to open your relationship up to a complete new level. It's going to be deeper. You're going to be listening with intent and awareness. And this is basically incorporating some of the tantric practices that we were talking about earlier. Connecting from the heart, opening up, listening with detachment, being present completely for your partner in a way that's going to bring more passion into your lives.